Hello, and welcome to Breath of Fresh Ed, a podcast with purpose focused on education topics for today, tomorrow, and always, with Jen,
Kristen,
and Lauren. Thanks for joining us on episode 3, Oxygen Mask Rule, Part 1. So burnout is a very easy trap to fall into during this time. Self-care and the way that we're managing it is really vital in order to take care of others. We must take care of ourselves in order to be the best version for others. This means that our physical, emotional, and mental health must be a priority. So to start this off, what have you guys been doing to keep your physical, emotional, and mental health a priority during this time?
Well, for me, it's been working out. I feel less guilty working out when I'm working from home because I'm, with my family all day. So then I don't feel like I'm taking more time away in addition to work to go work out. So that's definitely been an escape for me and a stress reliever.
Same. When this all first started, we were in a group text, like sharing each other, like those virtual workouts. So many places like Orange Theory, and I know Lauren has one she'll probably talk about, but have been like posting such amazing at home workouts since obviously the gyms have been closed. So, since we're in Ohio, when the weather changes, I'm sure we'll all be outside.
I gotta be honest, you guys, like that kind of helped me keep accountable. So we should probably start doing that again.
I would agree.
I know.
We need like sweaty pictures like afterwards of each other.
Yeah.
And actually, Jen, one of the ones that you sent like earlier in the beginning in our little text chat, Maddie Brummer, she has these really awesome, like short 15, 20-minute workouts that are perfect to do like in the morning. I feel so much better. I actually did it this morning because I felt awful yesterday when I didn't do it. But it just puts me in such a better mood when I know I can get a workout in before I even start my work. It changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't get up so early, but on those days when I do work out in the morning before work, it is such a great start to the day.
So yeah, that's definitely one thing that all of us have in common. I mean, what's something else that has really been helping you take care of yourself?
So when this whole thing first started, both my husband and I were working from the dining room table, and we decided, I created like a little trio and like a little stand. And after work, I put all my stuff on that, and then I kind of unplug so I don't go back to it. So really unplugging when I can, especially on the weekends, because it's so easy from being at home just to kind of keep going back and checking and finishing stuff. Because nothing's ever done. And so kind of tabling it has been helpful.
Yeah, Jen, I don't know
That's
how
a good
you and your
idea.
husband worked at the same table. That would not be happening in my house. I'm actually like secretly, I'm like happy that my husband still has to go to work every day, but I can still have the house to myself.
Totally. There's definitely different habits that we're learning about each other. So we'll see.
Yeah. So Fritz and I were working at the dining room table for a week, and then we decided that it was time for us to part our separate ways and go to different corners of the house because it just wasn't happening. One thing I've been doing is getting ready in the morning. It's so easy to just roll out of bed and, make sure you keep your camera off while you're attending meetings. But for me, it's been kind of a nice normal routine that I've done before, and that I feel like it's been pretty, it's kept me in routine now, even though I'm working from home. So I still do my makeup, I still get dressed, I shower in the morning, do all of that because it feels normal to me. And I just think that I need some normalcy.
No, totally. I've been doing the same thing. I've also been taking pictures of my outfits every day before work, like in my standing mirror. I don't know what I'm going to do with them at the end of this, but it's definitely the cozy and comfiness has evolved, but I'm always showered and have a clean face before, starting my day.
So
it's like your journal.
Yeah. I wish I could say the same thing. I have not been, getting ready fully every morning, just good enough for the camera. But like in contrast to that, I've been doing things that I normally don't have time for that I'd like to do. So lots of little like house projects or even just getting outside. I've been going for the longest walks, and I'm not typically a walker, but it's nice, just clears your mind and kind of resets you. I typically do it like when my day's over with. So that's been something that's really been getting me through this and just helping me get the right mindset.
The fresh air probably feels good too, especially on those nice days.
Mhm.
You know, you're in a pandemic though, when you still can justify going for a walk when it's drizzling outside or
Mhm.
cold. And you're like, oh, yeah, I hear you. I've been going on walks more often too by myself. And it's been nice, but I've been making myself go even when the weather's not been so nice.
Yeah, bundling up. One thing that we've been doing, so my mom for all like birthdays and Christmases or whatever, she'll get us like spa, like at home spa masks. And so we've had a pile of them in our like kind of hallway closet. And I actually told her to stop buying them for me because we weren't using them, but we busted those out and about once a week we'll sit down there and do some sort of spa routine together, whether it be a face mask or a hand mask or something like that. And so it's been relaxing. So it is nice to have those, that little extra time to take care of yourself.
You mean you do them with your mom and like do
Oh
a
no,
Zoom
Josh.
call?
I put Josh on. I put a mask on Josh. I ask first. Sometimes he declines, but usually he's down for it. We did a foot mask last week together. Oh, yeah.
Couples who mask together,
I
stay
know.
together, right?
Well, you have to be careful with what kind of mask we were talking about. Like, he's like, "What kind of mask are you putting on me?" I'm like, "No, like not like to go out in public anymore kind of mask, like a relaxing one." He's like, "Okay." So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. I've been embracing the extra time cooking. So we've been trying new recipes and what's funny about that is like I'll think it's a really good recipe. Like yesterday I made blackened shrimp and I was like, oh, okay, this is good.
Yum.
And Fritz, yeah, it was really good. And cilantro lime rice. And Fritz was like, oh yeah. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, oh yeah, I think this is okay. And then he's like telling the girls and his friends, like, Kristen made this most delicious meal, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you could tell me that. Like, you don't need to tell other people. Like, when I ask you and you say it's okay, to me, it makes me think it's like a recipe that needs to go out and not be repeated. And he's like, oh, raving about it. It's just interesting. But yeah, so I've been cooking a lot more, trying new things.
That's when you know he really likes it, though. He's telling other people. So that's a compliment.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. But I mean, what if I never found out, right? Like, could be tossing all these good recipes out there.
Well, I think another thing that I don't know if we kind of talked about is just starting this podcast together. Like to me, that's been a self-care kind of moment, just kind of being able to talk about random things with the two of you. So I don't think it's something we would have started during a school year with our regular schedule.
100% agree. Yeah. And it helps us like with the socialization aspect, which is also like a huge piece of this, I know tons of people are doing like virtual happy hours and my neighborhood, like we stay 6 feet apart, but we all come outside at the same time every day. And just to see each other and know that people, are doing okay and having time to catch up and just make connections.
Mm-hmm.
It's important. We need to still feel connected to people now.
Yeah.
So just like the oxygen mask rule, it is important to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. So what is your breath of fresh ed? What are ways you nurture your physical, emotional, and mental health in order to give the best version of yourself to others? Share your ideas with us on breathofreshed.com or use the hashtag breathofreshed.